That is a fucking awesome background. Holy shit, I love this. This is so beautiful. Okay, let's get going. I love this. I love this. This is so beautiful. Oh. Hello there everyone, my name is Over. Give me 3 videos to do some more Let's Play Xenoblade Chronicles X. I apologize for the weird introduction of this particular episode in general. I just like being some time of a goof, if you know what I'm saying. Today, as I have long promised, it is episode 11, we are going into chapter 4. Which doesn't have a title, which we'll have eventually, but we'll get there. Now, before we head in, I want just to address a few things. I have changed the equipment of both Elma and Lynn just to have higher level equipment since they're level 15, and the equipment armor store basically has better armor per 10 levels, so 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55 are all levels we can get new pieces of equipment, which are just, boost the stats and defenses a little bit more and resistances, which is why I've just opted to fit them just a little bit better. Second of all, chapter 4, there are requirements before heading into this mission. You must have surveyed over 15% of Primordia, which if you've just placed probes or beaten mini tyrant like I did, you should be around 25% around 25%. Currently I'm at 30.7, which isn't that big of a deal, but just to know, if you've done the if you've completed the map or just placed probe in general, fight tyrants, or completed basic missions, you should have around 20% before entering into this, so you should be more than well prepared. The second requirement is that you also take care of blade level basics, which is most likely the first mission you will ever take care of. Besides, getting a blade level is extremely easy, and it's next to the mission control, guys. It's fairly easy. The third requirement is also quite of a weird one. You must also complete the professional mission, which is the one with Christy, which just helps you survey Primordia, and through that you should most likely, if you didn't get your 15% and you didn't do the professional will fill that role really easily, because it's just survey a lot of the land. Now, it says that you have a required level of 1 to go into this mission. That is true, although I want to be a little more specific. So, if you haven't gone into chapter 4 and don't know when's a good time to jump in, or you haven't done anything or almost anything, I recommend going to this chapter at the minimum of level 14, and if you feel comfortable enough or have completed the mission, you should be around level 15, which is what I recommend the most. But at the very minimum, if you're a first time player, I'd say 14 minimum. We have a lot of ground to cover, so let's get started.
What should I whip up today?
Oh god, what sounds good? Fried chicken? Beef braised in wine? Oh, pot pie? Oh, hell yes! Tandoori chicken. Have no idea what it is. Chicken sauté or foie gras. You know what? I'm feeling chicken. Chicken sauté sounds kind of awesome. It is, dinner time here, and I'm feeling fairly hungry.
That is a great idea.
Lindley, sometimes Tatsu wonder if Tatsu is too cute, too adorable.
Oh yeah?
As leader of Blade Team, Tatsu need cool and tough image.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Is Lindley even listening to Tatsu?
What? Sure I am. Hey, what if you got a tan? A little color could do wonders for your image. In fact, I've got the perfect lotion for you. I'll even help you apply it.
Well, okay, if Lindley insists. Wow, thank you, Lindley. Tanning oil smells so sweet. and is a bit sticky.
Tanning oil? That's just plain old honey. It's the crucial step for a perfect chicken sauté. The honey marinade.
Lindley! Tatsu, not chicken! Tatsu is Tatsu!
Oh, right. How could I forget?
Lindley is not funny! Tatsu is not happy!
Okay, folks. Hope you're hungry.
Man, oh man. Delicious. Lucky thing I happen to be in the neighborhood.
You say that every time, Commander, but you always arrive as we're setting the table.
Oh, you don't say. All right, listen up. We found something in Noctilum thanks to Frontier Nav. That's northwest of here, Rook. Looks like a piece of the lifehold.
That's great news.
Damn right. Look at this.
Oh, friends mean Nightglow Woods.
Is that what the Nopon call it? We didn't have names for anything here, so we've been using Noctilum for that whole region.
Well, that's a silly name.
And Nightglow Woods isn't?
Moving on.
Right, sorry.
According to the Pathfinder's report, there's a large number of indigents in the area, but thankfully no sign of any intelligent life forms.
No, that's wrong. Nopon visit Nightglow Woods all the time.
Yeah, well, like I said, no intelligent life forms have been reported, but it never hurts to be cautious.
Friends patronize Tatsu. Nopon proud and brave people with rich history, you know.
Pipe down, small fry, or I'll make that nickname come true.
We'll have you check in with Lau's team first. They're already on assignment installing probes in the area. We don't have a fix on the lifehold signal, just a general direction. See if they've got more info.
Got it.
Chapter 4. Summary. A piece of the lifehold was detected in the Noctilum region to the west of New Los Angeles. Head there and investigate. Got some nice reward storage from and quite a bit of money for that matter. Luckily for us, that's exactly where we're going. Fortunately for me, you just have to go to green threshold, and if you did like I do, you've already explored that region, place a probe there, and you can just, oh my god, feel that fast travel. Oh, does it feel good in here, or is it just me? Because that is, whew, I kinda love it a lot. I'm enjoying this far too much now, aren't I? I feel like it anyway. Look at that, we're already really near to our objective. That moon is freaking beautiful. Could I hug it? Probably not. That was dumb.
Hey, look who it is.
Lau, it's been a while.
It has. Are you going to introduce me to your friends? Where's Danny and Boris?
These are my new team members. As for Danny and Boris, we had a bad run-in with a powerful indigent. They didn't make it.
I see. Hey, look, I'm sorry. hadn't heard.
It's okay.
And what's up with this onion thing? You using it for rations or something?
Tatsu not onion or ration. Tatsu is Nopon, brave and distinguished people with long history on Mira.
It talks. Where'd you find this thing?
Rescued him. He was about to become lunch for some prone, these hostile Xenos we ran into. He's agreed to serve as our guide here.
Wow. Okay. And you? What's your story? Are you really as young as you look?
Sure am. 13 years old inside and out. I'm Lin-Lee Ku.
Well, hello, Lin-Lee Ku. You must be something to be able to make Elma's team at 13. All right. What about you?
Oh, I am. No, I'll accommodate. I'll accommodate. If that's not how you say it, I don't know.
I'm Lao Hui. I head up Pathfinder Team Belisarda. Good to meet you. We've got an interesting crew here, but they seem capable enough.
I chose them personally.
I figured. So, I heard Nelson's whole team got wiped out by some nasty new Xenos. Is that true?
Yeah, those prone I mentioned. We're not sure if they're the ones that destroyed Earth, but their tech certainly seemed advanced enough.
Really? We better watch our backs.
By the way, we picked up a lifehold signal in the direction of Noctilum. Have you or your crew come across anything?
Where? Around here?
I take it the answer is no.
Yeah, this is the first I've heard of it. We bumped into another team and they didn't mention it either.
I see. All right. We were hoping your team might have a lead or some more info, but no such luck, huh? Well, thanks anyway. We should go.
Hey, hold up. Mind if I tag along?
But your assignment?
We're more or less done here. We just need to report back.
Well, until you do, you're not done here.
Oh, give me a break, Elma. The rest of my crew can handle the paperwork. We're talking about a piece of the lifehold here. I've never even seen one. That's way more important. And besides, you might need the help. Finding it or handling the indigents that get in your way. Now come on.
Al's advice, making the most of Frontier Nav. If you've been making use of Frontier Nav FM sites with DataPro installed, produce a standard harvest mineralium, and you will sometime yield additional precious resources. A skilled blade knows when to plant what types of probes. Oh, Lynn's advice. A present from Lynn. Here's a gift. Manage JM, upgrade battle trades, nuclear. That is stuff that we're not gonna be using for a while. I'll just say that much. Charactered by Lao, it's a pine fighter with the class of partisan ego. Usual location in the Magistrate District. Through unworldly claim, a collected, conflicted emotion burns inside Lao's heart. Hell is Blade's best marksman. He possesses even Elma's respect. In dog or war bodies with lengthy history, Lao uses standard partisan ego style to engage in ranged combat while also keeping melee enemies at bay. Signature R after burner, and signature R2 balance breaker. That was a lot of things to say at the same time. Well, how about we allow to our team? Seems like a good guy. Seems like we can do some stuff with him. Now, you're not forced to have him with you, but you know, the hell not, as one would say, as the great, I don't know, who says something like this. Anyway, we're now on to Noctilum, which is by far my favorite region in this game. As we head into the cavern, we're nearly there. Going through the green threshold and on to Noctilum. Aren't you a fan yet? I mean, just look how fucking pretty everything is. It is by far my favorite region in this game. There's nothing that looks quite like Noctilum, and it is utterly brilliant in design, in enemies, in concepts, and how it looks. It's so distinct and so diverse at the same time. And what you're seeing now, like in Primordia, it's so unbelievably large. And unlike Primordia, yes, it's a forest theme region, but you haven't seen even half of it. Look at this, and tell me that that's not pretty. You could hang this on a wall, it's brimming with life. And there's a good reason why the Nopans call this the Nightglow Woods, because it is utterly one of the most beautiful sights you will see. The first sight of Noctilum in this game might just be one of my favorite. It is such a pretty sight. Gotta deal with this guy first. Okay, done with the guy. But yeah, just the color aspect, how it glows. It reminds me a lot of, if you know the predecessor, Valak Mountain, which was, I believe, on the shoulder of the Bionis, if I remember correctly, from Xenoblade Chronicles. And at night there were all these crystals glowing in the sky, except that here it's the entire forest, it's the moss, it's the enemies, it's the color scheme, it's the particles in the sky just glowing. It looks fantastic. It's so, and the weird thing about this is, it's also very Indian-like in its appearance. There's quite nothing like it. It clearly takes inspiration from a lot of forest-like type of what am I saying? It clearly takes a lot of inspiration from forest-like regions in sci-fi, but it's so alien-like in its nature. It has such a different feel to it. Like I said, we're not even through the half of it, and you can already see how much diverse it is and how many different areas, its enemy types. Everything about it reflects a certain thing that I've quite not seen in a long time in a game. And it is just very refreshing. There's tons of things to see, and it's alright. It's downright beautiful. Like this region, I don't know who designed it, but but this guy's a freaking genius, because although it's a forest and it's meant to be confusing how it's laid out, it's really not. You can clearly tell regions from one another. I'm gonna take care of this guy. What was I talking about? Yeah, I love how, you see what I'm saying here. This place can be rather confusing if you don't know where you're heading or where you're going. And I can totally understand this. It is a tricky region to traverse at first, but what's unbelievably great about this is, yes, you don't know exactly where you're going, but you know where you're going. You don't even have to look at your gamepad to know exactly, to have a general region where you're going. There's specific landmarks here that, although they're very subtle, they're still forest-like in nature. They're not too immersion breaking, like there's not a tower in the middle of it. And it's well designed enough that you know or have a general direction where you're going, and it's still confusing and maze-like in how it's done. And I just cannot extend how brilliant this is in terms of design-wise. It's really hard in a game to just make something very hard to navigate and still make it kind of coherent. And they've done it here, and they've done it in the forest setting, which is usually in most adventure games very, very straightforward in its design, and they just completely threw it out of the window and said, you know what, we're gonna do our own thing here. We're clearly better than anyone of this. And this place leaves such an impact on you. You have no idea. You're just traversing through this, and you're not even taking into time to look at your gamepad because you're just amazed at what's going on. Looks like there's a tyrant over there. I can definitely take him on. He's only level 11. Do we have the time for this though? We can definitely take care of this in a later episode, if that is the case. I kind of just want to freak out here and talk about Noctilum in such a long time. Listen to the music, it's so cool. Now, if I'm not mistaken, sorry to break the music here. Now, if I'm not mistaken, well, let's go and fight this Mendota. How do you call that? Anyway, it's a level 11 Tyre. Can definitely take this on. Let's just try to assemble here. Unfortunately, this is one of Tyrants where you have to be very, very, very close to the edge in order to just grant damage to this guy. And the fact of the matter is, he won't come down from here. It's a really annoying tyrant, if only for the fact that you just cannot hit him. He's so far away. The only option you have to find him is basically to go range. Other than that, he's very, very easy. He's only level 11. Hell, you can come in Noctilum fairly early, still have no attribute or specific abilities with your long-range weapon, and still have a very, very easy time taking them down. It just takes a while. In fact, there's nothing really to this fight. Resistances and attributes have already been shown on screen, so I'm just gonna skip this fight entirely because it's really not interesting. We've basically seen the whole fight at this point. Hell, we're like 1/8 of his health taken away, and normally we would have already taken the tyrant out. So, see you guys in a bit. Oh, come on, he's so close to being dead. He's like 1 hit point away. There we go, finally got him. That fight took a whole 5 minutes, I think. If I look at my time... No, that fight took like 6 minutes and a half to do. It's really annoying for no particular reason. But yeah, this Miranda, not really a whole thing. At least we took a tyrant down. I didn't think we would. Of course, there's a... I think it's called Squall, the summer Africa or something along these lines. I think it's called the Summer Africa. I'm not sure. There's tons of enemies around here. It's just beautiful. One of the things that I like in particular about this place that I don't like, well, don't like as much as the other, or just prefer to this region is this place is quite a sight to behold. It is. I think the color scheme of the enemies here, because there are a lot of enemies that just repeat themselves in terms of patterns or just activity or something along these lines. I find that, oh god damn it, come on German War. I think that most of them just have beautiful color scheme. It's something that you don't see in every region, or well, it changes, should I say, in every region. And I think here it just shows how beautiful and variant the color schemes. Maybe I'm just a sucker for forest theme areas, especially in adventure games, and the fact that this game has such a beautifully designed one is amazing. But you know, just maybe it's something along these lines, but as far as I'm aware, it's not too bad. What? Oh, he's Oscar the Scummer. The Scummer. Of course, he's the Scummer. The Summer's Call. I did not remember this. Old Dragon LT. Where's the whole Dragon LT 3? Oh, there it is. Okay, that took a while for me to register that. It was there. So that means that we're near to the whale's nostril, aren't we? Wait, I'm just trying to figure it out myself. Like I said, this place is kind of maze-like, but at the same time it's very straightforward. Like I said, I know my landmarks pretty well. I went to this place countless times. If there's ever a region that I always like or prefer to revisit, no matter what space it is definitely Noctilum. And just think of how much ground we just covered in just this episode alone. It's unbelievable to think that's not even 1/8 of the region. I divide usually Noctilum in 3 separate regions, which is the beginning part, the middle part, and the end part. Of course, they have region-specific names, but I'm just being as loose as possible. I don't want to be so specific. And yeah, there we go. That's Whale's Nostril, which meaning we're getting closer to Elephant's Trunks. God damn. And if you want me to be a bit specific, now you may be saying, okay, that's great. you know, this region is great. There's a great amount of details in the layouts of this game, but you know, it's not, you know, it's not incredible or anything. Wrong. If you want something that's incredible, and you're saying it's not even incredible because it's kind of tedious doing it, but I just love how you can enter Noctilum from the middle part of the region. Well, that's not true, but you can enter the seas of Noctilum and actually see quite a bit from them. See, I don't want to find another tyrant, Gareth. You're gonna be on my list for after chapter 4. We need to revisit Noctilum quite a bit afterwards, and I don't want to waste too much time here as it is. I can fight tyrants here, but unfortunately, that's not here what I am for. That's not here what I am for. Of course, that's here what I am for. Here I am, rock you like a hurricane, am I right? Okay, I just need to seek past these. I don't recommend running around these, because if you do, you're gonna attract one of them. And these enemies on a forge, they can track you fairly far away. So do not let them track you, because if you start running to avoid a fight, then others are gonna come running looking for a fight. And then you won't just have one on a forge on your ass, you're gonna have like 4 or 5. So I don't recommend going for that. I just say, you know, just chill out and maybe not run like a moron throughout here. You know, I just take the time to not run anyway, just to let you appreciate the region in all its aspects. That was not too bad of a cave. Well, Nostril wasn't, you know, it was decent. There's a ton of low levels tyrants. Now, just to make sure everybody's on the same page, there's tons of low level tyrants I can definitely take on at this point in the game. It's not what I especially care about. Tectisula, I'm gonna take you down. Okay, there we go. That didn't take too long. Yeah, there's a ton of tyrants I could potentially take care of. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna go for all of them because that's gonna take way too much time. Now, funny thing is, as you can see, there's an alcove over there you can definitely go through. There's a cavern around here. There's supposed to be an entrance to that you can go directly to that alcove, which will lead you here approximately. Or what you can do, like a moron, you can jump from the alcove. Now follow me here. You can jump from the alcove, swim through this place, and actually go back by that 3. First time, I swear to God, first time here, I actually went the intended route, which is supposed to be by that alcove, because you're supposed to follow the left. So, well, if you're going for probes, you're just gonna go on the left and eventually end up here, which means you're gonna be on the net and go do a big U-turn. You need to pass here anyway to go to the objective, although it's far much more to the west. And like an idiot, I was like, what's that thing in middle? Well, I thought it was gonna be like, oh, that's just lore, that's just like a statue sitting there, or like relics of an enemy or something like that. Wrong! That thing is a Xenum. Now you may be like, okay, it's a Xenum, so what? It's a level 60 Xenum. That's what it is. Which means that if you go anywhere near it, you're gonna get fucked. If you still, come on, text into a. Now here's the thing. It doesn't sound too bad. I agree. This really doesn't sound too bad when you come to think about it. There's a catch, however. Oh, come on. I don't want to fight Mortiful. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna fight him. Okay, fuck it. I'm running away. I don't want to fight them. Anyway, here's our frontier nav. Oh, God damn it. I hate Mortiful. Why were they near that? That seems very inefficient. There we go. Finally got our thing. I found like 5 Mortifuls. I'm kind of tired now. What was I talking about beforehand? Yeah, I was talking about the story where it's level 16 Xenum down there. And you may be asking like, yeah, you know, it's a Xenum, whatever. Wrong. Xenum are just large scale. God damn it, there's Tentiscula everywhere out here. Okay, whatever. Yeah, you may be like, you know, level 60 enemy Xenum. Well, what the hell's wrong with this? I don't get it. I don't get why you're freaking out. Stop freaking out, god damn it. Wrong. Xenums aren't just, you know, difficult enemies to take down. They're extra large enemies. They're XL types of enemies, which mean they're almost Milesaur-like in nature to take down. And you know, the scaling of this game. The bigger they are, the harder they punch. The goddamn harder they punch. And 60, if you're not aware, is the level cap of this game, which means by the end game, you probably won't be even level. You probably won't even be the same level as this guy. That's how high of a level count he is, and how outmatched you really are. You're not gonna take this guy unless you're even prepared, knows ability resistances and specific stats. That's how powerful he is. So I do not recommend going after him. Here we are to Tripod Rock, just at the side of the Elfin Trunks, which means we're very, very near. And there's so many turrets in this part of the game. Holy shit! Look at that. That's like our 7th tyrant today. There's so many people around here. Oh my god. I love Noctilum. Anyway, I know I've been gushing a lot for this episode about Noctilum and stuff like this, but unfortunately, I'm gonna hit it here, people. I don't want this place to overstay its welcome, and unfortunately, we still have quite a ways to go, and quite a bit of story to unfold. So, thank you everyone for watching. My name is Overgame3, and I'll see you all next time.